Hey guys, this is Earl Dixon and Mr. Fred Bender. Guys, tonight we're going to introduce you to the Waszupp Global platform. Tonight we got Mr. Fred Bender himself, a very distinguished young man who has been around the internet arena for quite some time. He knows his way around. He's well connected. Got some great information for us tonight about how lives can be transformed all around the world, not just in your local economy, but also in your global economy. So tonight we're going to talk to you, give you some updated information about Waszupp Global. So right now, I'm bringing you Mr. Fred Bender himself.
So how you doing, sir?
I'm doing wonderful, Fred. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's good to be here. Good to be in a position to share with everyone out there that's excited about what's going on with not only Waszupp Global, but with Waszupp crowdfunding. And right now, I think the biggest buzz is what's going on with Waszupp crowdfunding. You know, I want to take a minute, I think, to just kind of talk about this journey, right? Talk about how we got where we are, and then look at a little bit about where we're going. You know, this gentleman that you probably see on the computer in front of me, a gentleman named Ash Sahib, he and I go back many, many years, 20 plus years. I'm not going to give you the full number because then you're going to know how young I am. So I won't go there. But I will say that I've known the guy for many, many years, over 20 years. And I found him to be an extremely, a guy of high character, high integrity. And it's a great honor being able to work with Ash and with the other global director, Ricky Howe. The three of us actually started Waszupp Global. And so I'm going to start right there. Waszupp Global. What is that? I mean, a lot of people hear about Waszupp crowdfunding, but many of them don't know about the mothership, if you will, right? You know about the mothership, but a lot of people don't. So let's talk about the mothership. Okay. You know, almost a year ago, Ash and Ricky and I were talking about MLM, multi-level marketing, talking about the industry and talking about how in the industry for many, many years, you know, only maybe 20, 25% of the people actually made money. The other people, you know, might have gotten a little bit, you know, they might have gotten $500 a month or something like that, but most people really didn't make money. And as we talked about the history of this industry, we all agreed that we would create a company that was different. We wanted to create a company that 75% of the people would actually make money.
Wow.
And so, you know, that's a pretty big task to undertake where 75% of people will actually make money. Somebody said to me one time, well, Fred, you keep saying 75%. Why not 100%? You know, why don't you guys create something that 100% of the people can make money from? And so, you know, that's a great thought. Yeah. But here's the problem with that. You know, the problem with that is we can't account for laziness. Right. We can't account for people who are not willing to work. We can't account for people who are procrastinators and they will work, but you know what? They want to wait to work tomorrow. They want to wait to work an hour from now. And that hour never, ever shows up, or tomorrow never comes. And at the end of the day, they spend their lives on the sofa watching TV, you know, eating Twinkies or popcorn or something, and they never get in the game. So for those people, we can't allow for them. So we just say, well, 25% will fall in that category. But the other 75%, 70 to 75%, who are willing to get away from the couch, who are willing to dream and have some vision and are willing to work for that. See, we can create the platform that they can use with a little effort and a little teamwork, and they can begin to win. Wow. And so that's what Waszupp Global was all about. Yeah. Waszupp Global is a company that we initially pre-launched it February 5th, this year, 2017. And in that pre-launch, only the three of us started it. We did not bring a big team. Like some people, you know, will bring a team of 1,000 or 5,000. No, we just bought the three of us, and we decided, hey, let's make this thing happen. And by the end of February, we had 1,500 people.
Now, who was it? You and who else? Ash? I mean, Fred.
Me, Ricky Howe, and Ash Sahib.
Awesome. Okay, just the three of you, huh?
Just the three of us started this thing with Waszupp Global, and we got to work. We had 1,700 people, well, 1,500 people by the end of February.
Wow.
By June 1st, actually by May 1st, we were right there, a little over 100,000 people, and it just went from there. I think now we're somewhere around 265 or 270,000 people in the company's database with Waszupp Global.
Wow, that's incredible. That is truly incredible.
Yeah, it is, man. And we don't feel like it's us. We really feel like there's a divine hand on what we're doing with these companies, because it's really not about us. It's what we can do to help somebody else. That is what matters to us. And because that is what matters to us, something happened. We started getting feedback from people. You got to know that at the time people were coming in, they were coming in from, first 50 countries, then 75 countries, then 100 companies. And at some point, we reached 170 countries were represented in our database all over the world. But because our initial activation fee for Waszupp Global was $198, there were people in other countries who couldn't afford it. Now, Earl, you've been in the business a long time, and you know that typically a part of a good, strong MLM company that actually has a great compensation package, you're going to look at $500 or more to be a part of that.
On average, the ones that I've been working with to start, normally around $500, especially in the United States of America.
That's what I'm talking about, especially in America. So we knew that at that rate, $198 would be more than reasonable. When you look at the comp plan for Waszupp Global, it would be extremely reasonable because it's a phenomenal compensation plan. Okay. But when we started getting emails and feedback from people in other countries like India and Nigeria and Malaysia, and those countries where $198 was like a month's salary.
Come on, man.
And we start thinking, okay, the whole purpose is so that we can start something where the masses can win. We can't leave these people behind. Right. And so we got together and started trying to figure out, how can we create a price point with Waszupp Global that would make it possible for them to get started at a lower rate and then maybe upgrade to the 198.
So let me ask you a question. So did I just hear you say that in countries like Malaysia and Philippines and places like that, their entire monthly income is like $200 to $300 a month? Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is amazing. In America, right, we get kind of used to a lifestyle, and we don't really think about what's going on in other countries. And I gotta admit, in my case, when we decided to do the 198, I just thought, this is a price that most people will be able to handle. Awesome. But I didn't think about it, and so that feedback helped me understand what's going on out there. And with the three of us, I mean, Ash Sahib is a visionary. He's a numbers guy. He understands comp plans like no one I've ever seen. Right. Ricky and I are like him. We are people with a heart. We want people to win. We all have been in this game together, down in the dirt, down in the field, out there talking to people and working with people. But this company, we wanted everybody to win. So we started looking for that price point. Okay. And one thing led to another, and a gentleman that I know sent me a video about another company. I looked at the video. I thought it was really interesting. I sent it to Ash and Ricky. The next morning, bright and early, I got a call from Ash, and he said, "Hey, man, I got an idea. I want to talk to you guys." So we got on the phone, and he shared his idea. Okay. And we liked the idea. The idea worked for what we wanted. The idea was to create a 3x3 matrix with a $35 price point. Okay. And bring people into that. And when they get through that third level, they would have created $2,000. Awesome. And so, yeah. And so our thinking is, well, they got 2,000. They should be willing to take 198 and activate with Waszupp Global. Wow. And so we all agreed Well, the next morning, we got another call from Ash, and his thing was, hey, I've been looking at these numbers. If we can create 2,000 for them, we can create about 50,000. And so we all like, yeah, that's cool. Let's do that.
Yeah. Man, that's wonderful. That's outstanding. But just to hear you guys say that you're trying to reach people and meet people where they are, I mean, that's just truly exciting because most companies don't even consider that, Fred.
You know what? At the end of the day, what becomes more important, I think, than money or anything else is what did you do today to help somebody, right? Yeah. And my dad was a Baptist preacher, and yeah, he had me in church all the time on Wednesday night, on Saturday night, on Sunday, all day, right?
Yeah.
But there's one thing he just said to me one time that I never forgot, and he said, if you spent your whole day and you didn't do nothing to lift somebody up, to lift their spirits, you didn't do nothing to help somebody, you've wasted a whole day.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
And that has been with me my whole life. And what I found is that people like Ash Sahib and Ricky Howe, those guys had the same heart when we was putting this thing together. They had that same heart. I guess that's why we work so well together, because we have that heart for helping people. And so we put that together, and then he said he'd been working with those numbers. And he said, so if we can get them to 2,000, we can get them to 50,000. Ricky and I said, yeah, let's do it. And then the next morning, we get another call from Ash, right? And he says, hey, guys, you got to listen to this.
Come on.
And he sat down and he showed us what he had put together and the simplicity of it all.
Come on.
And when we finished talking, we had put together a matrix that people could just not spend, but could give away, that could donate, because this is about giving. It's about donate. It's about helping somebody else. You know, people, we are all givers. We want to help people. I think it's part of our nature to want to help. Now, there's some who are selfish and they only want what's in it for them. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt in that. But the bulk of us want to help. I'll give you an idea. Back when this tidal wave hit the Philippines a few years ago, everybody all over the world was trying to donate something, give something to help people, right?
That's right.
When the Twin Towers were attacked, there were people all over the world that was just amazed, and they wanted to give to help people. You know, when the devastation happens, people band together.
Yes, I've seen it.
But we didn't want to wait for devastation, and so we came together and looked at what Ash had done, and he created a matrix with $35 one time, and with a vision of contributing $1 billion to the world, to people and organizations in the world. That is the goal. That's the vision, and we can accomplish that vision if people are willing to donate $35, tell 3 other people who can see the vision, and they're willing to do the same thing. Then for doing that, we could give people a thank you gift of, you know, 3 ebooks, a subscription to Network Marketing Times, and tuition paid entry into Waszupp University in conjunction with Network Marketing University, just as gifts for being a part of this noble effort to donate $1 billion to the world. And in addition, while we're helping people, while we're donating $1 billion to the world, right?
Yes.
We open ourselves up to have our own personal projects funded.
Wow.
Right? Who do you know out there don't have something that they can use funding for?
Not one person. Everybody I know needs money. So I think you guys hitting the pain point.
Exactly. So everybody has a project that they need to fund something. They need a car. They need a new house. They need to remodel the house. They need to pay the kids tuition into college. You know, they got medical bills that's got to be paid for. They got student loans. You know, they done went to school for umpteen years and they got $1 million to pay back, and they don't have any way of doing it. So what we figured is, hey, if we could get people to help us, help this company meet that challenge of a gift of $1 billion to the world, and we can turn around and open up this system so that they can have their own personal projects funded, then everybody wins. Nobody has to lose here.
Wow. So where did the idea to give a gift of $1 billion come from with Ash?
Oh, listen, that was just all Ash Saheed, man. I would have never thought of a gift of $1 billion to the world. I mean, it just goes, the guy has great vision. He's one of those people where everybody else say it can't be done. He is about the business of getting it done. And that's why I'm excited that I'm working with him and Ricky. I mean, Ricky's the same kind of guy. Ricky is a man who cares about people, who's willing to work to help people. And so this whole vision, this whole Waszupp crowdfunding was born out of these two guys and Ash's vision of donating $1 billion to the world. And by doing it, it evolved into what it is now, where we have people who are so excited about just getting this thing going, just getting started. They can't wait to get it launched and be able to reach out there and help other people. And that's the critical thing. I mean, yes, everybody will get their projects funded. Yes, you will get those thank you gifts once you donate your $35. But you know what's great? As far as I'm concerned, the greatest thing about this is, guys, we have the opportunity here to do something no one else has ever done, which is giving ourselves that challenge of creating $1 billion that we can use to better the lives of people all over the world.
And all of this started, if I can recapitulate what you said and re-summarize what you said, all this started because you started Waszupp Global. The people all around the world over 175 countries start gravitating towards your platform. The price point was basically a little too high for them in those foreign nations. And after he and the team decided to come up, not reduce the price point of the program, but to come up with an innovative way to be able to put the money in the hands of the people that want to draw on the app. Is that where this crowdfunding platform came from?
Exactly. Trying to create a way so that the little guy would have a shot at Waszupp Global. Wow. You know? Wow. I mean, and we didn't want to reduce the 198 because that 198 will fuel a huge compensation plan.
Wow.
And so we could not reduce that, but we wanted to come up with a way that they could get the funds for it. And in that effort to come up with a way that they could get the funds to migrate into Waszupp Global when we launched and activate, we've come up with something that has been so much bigger than the initial plan, but we could see the evolution of it. And we rolled with that evolution, and now it is something greater than anything ever presented in this industry before. And we're excited about what it's going to do for people around the world.
Wow, man. And to find guys like you, that's really concerned about, I've been in a lot of opportunities around in my last 25, 30 years. And to find the owners that's really concerned about the affiliates, okay? The ones who basically driving this car. I mean, you don't normally hear that. So you guys got a very kind heart. You're unique in what you're doing. Tell us a little bit about the crowdfunding side of it and why you guys chose crowdfunding.
Well, crowdfunding is amazing. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been bitten by a red ant?
Once or twice, yeah.
Once or twice. Mm-hmm. One red ant bites you and you can feel that, right?
Yeah, you can feel that.
You can feel it. So now imagine if you were standing there and you felt the pain from one red ant, but a little pain, but you could pick them up, squeeze them, throw them away, and keep it moving. So now imagine if you didn't know it, but all of a sudden there's 100 red ants on your leg and they're all biting at the same time.
Wow.
Create a little bit of pain, right?
Yes, sure would.
Yeah, it'll do a little damage. So when you think about that, what that represents is that when there's a crowd, a group, a large number of anything, and that large number becomes aggressive enough, it can change things. So our thinking was, hey, listen, if we can get enough people who are willing to donate $35 in this effort that we have to change the world by creating that $1 billion gift, we can really create that gift. And so, you know, we looked at different companies and different models, but then Ash read something about crowdfunding.
Okay.
And we started looking at crowdfunding. And what we realized is that back in 2012, I think it was April 12th, 2012, in that area, President Obama enacted the JOB Act. And the Jobs Act is also known as the crowdfunding bill.
Okay.
And it made it legal for groups of people to come together and fund businesses or fund whatever those efforts happen to be, whatever those projects happen to be.
Wow.
So what we did is we looked at that aspect of crowdfunding. We looked at the multi-level marketing aspect, and we tried to tweak crowdfunding in a way that people would be able to donate a small gift of $35 and then put themselves on a matrix of sorts that would allow them to share this whole idea with other people. And when 3 of those people come on board, it would open up a way for those people now to have their own projects funded.
Wow.
And so you have a lot of people generating and donating a little so that a lot of people can have a lot.
Okay, is this appropriate now? You want to come back to this later on, or?
Well, you know, it's here. We can share a little bit about that. This is the graduated step up matrix. Basically, just giving everybody an idea of what the potential of funding can be for them as they work through this process with us. And again, I want to say this because I want people to really get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want them to get it like I get it.
Okay.
Right? Because I don't look at this at all like some people look at it like it's, you know, you got to make a $35 investment. This is no investment. This is a gift.
Come on.
Now, the way that I see this, okay, I go to church, and when they pass around the collection plate, I put whatever I'm going to put in the plate, and that's my donation.
Okay.
All right, that is my donation to the church. I don't ask the church, I don't ask them, what am I going to get for that donation? And my donations go into the hundreds of dollars. I never ask what, because this is my way of giving back. This is my donation. I mean, I donate. Sometimes I go by a store, I see somebody standing there and they're hungry, right? Mm-hmm. I'll give them some money. I don't ask, well, you know, what am I going to get? You know, if I give you this 10 or this 5 or this 20 or this 50, what are you going to do for me? I do it because my heart says, okay, this guy looks hungry. This lady looks hungry. You know, let me do something.
Awesome. Awesome.
And I'm not the only one, Earl. There's many of us that do that to help. We never ask what are we going to get in return.
That's right.
Okay. So now here we are with Waszupp crowdfunding, and for $35 you can donate. You can give a gift of $35 that, along with other people, is going to create $1 billion that we can impact the world with in a way that no one has ever done before, and we all can be a part of that. We all can say that, you know what, I was part of that $1 billion gift, and be proud of what we've done. And that is the crucial thing, that we can give that and not even hey, I would give that and not worry about it, even if all this other stuff did not exist.
Awesome.
If someone called me and said, hey, Fred, listen, we're trying to raise $1 billion to help needy people, to help needy organizations, to help people all over the world who needs help, would you be willing to donate $50? Yeah, wow. I'll give $50 for that.
In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
It's a done deal. But guess what? You can do the same thing right here with Waszupp crowdfunding. You know, donate the money, give the money up, and as a thank you, we'll provide for you the ebooks and the subscription and the tuition in the university, into Waszupp University in conjunction with a network marketing university. All right, as a thank you. But even with the thank you and with the fact that you gave a gift of $35 to help somebody, when you share it with 3 people again, and those 3 people see the vision and they do the same thing, you've opened up the door so that your own personal projects can be funded.
Wow.
And that, to me, that's amazing. It's not a compensation because you didn't do anything to earn that. You didn't sell anything. And this is my thinking. You didn't pick up a calculator and you didn't buy that calculator for $5 and then you sell it for $10 and make a profit, right? But it's not about that. It's about doing something that's going to help somebody. So for doing it, for being a part of that, for becoming a Waszupp crowdfunder, we give you these gifts to say thank you.
Awesome.
Right. And that's the deal. And if you look here, you can see, well, when your first 3 people come on board, you funded $25. Well, you donated $25 and you share with 3 people, they like what you've done, and you get $25 back. Okay. And then when they do the same thing, they bring on 3 people each, you're going to get $292 funded to you in your project. You know, when they bring on 3 each, now you're going to get $1,700 for your personal project. And right there, you've gotten well over $2,000 funded, you know, just because you helped fund somebody else's project.
Wow.
You know, and then you look at that 4th level there, and on that 4th level, when it's completed, guys, $45,000 is what you're going to be funded for your projects.
That's life-changing.
It is absolutely life-changing. But what's great is while you're doing that and that's happening to you, you're reaching across the world and you're helping somebody who needs it, somebody with medical bills, somebody that lives in a village with no running water.
Wow.
Somebody that's living in a shack and you can help them with the funds to build a house. Right? While you're helping your own family, you're helping other people that need it. Earl, how can you put yourself in a better position, and the only thing that you've had to do is just donate $35 to help out?
Pure brilliance, man. I mean, this whole idea is just brilliant, you know?
Yeah.
And even the $1 billion fund, where you're actually giving, that need is being met to help people all around the world, okay? And then you're blessing someone when you give your donation to help them, and then in return, you're getting funding for your platform as well.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you can't buy that. That is a gift. As far as I'm concerned, this whole concept was like, you know, God sending down a gift and to Ash and say, hey, I've got this for you. I need you to put that out there in the world.
You know what? Well, let's look at the whole thing, you know, and I'm looking at the time right here. We got a group of people going to be running to this platform about 6 minutes. What do you have to tell people, and maybe in the next 2 or 3 minutes or so, about what they should be doing right now to become a part of this opportunity, Fred? What do you have to say? I mean, people who've been, even network marketers, even people who never done network marketing, people who have a good heart. What is it that you would like to say to them about what we have going on, and what type of advice can you give them about moving forward?
Well, I tell you what, here's what I would say. I would say, hey, if you have a heart for people, I mean, if you really have a heart for people and $35, and you're not too shy, you're willing to just share this vision with other people, you need to find somebody, talk to someone who is already doing it, who's already on the front line sharing the news about Waszupp crowdfunding, and you need to tell them, hey, I want to do this. You need to get a hold of them and say, I want to be a part of this. I want to be one of those people that can say, I was part of that company. I helped them create that $1 billion that they changed the world with, because I believe we're going to change the world. It's a ripple effect. You know, a ripple effect happens when you do one thing good for somebody.
Wow. So what is
good for someone else, and it just keeps going. So
what is required for someone to get logged in with the platform?
All you got to do is get with someone who's in the system. And now, right now, we're still in pre-launch. We're actually going to start tomorrow to actually physically place people in the system. And so what you want to do is get a hold of someone that's in the system and tell them you're interested. You know, you don't need the $35 now. All you need to do is give someone your name, email address, phone number, and whatever country you live in. If you're in the United States, your city and state, that's all you need. And they can get you on a matrix. And then, you know, get your e-wallet ready, go to the blockchain and get your free e-wallet. and then wait for directions from there. And it's that simple. And for $35, donating $35 and turn around helping the world, helping yourself, you can't beat that. We're talking to people every day. We're training people every day, and we're looking forward to making this thing. 24 months, Earl. That's the goal. 24 months. We're going to collect $1 billion to help people all over the world, and everybody can be a part of the history of that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, guys, you heard it right here from Mr. Fred Bender himself, one of the global directors. You know, we're going to be doing a series of videos. Is that right, Fred?
A series of videos, yes, sir.
Okay. And you guys can come right back. We'll put this out on YouTube somewhere. You guys will see it. You know, just get with someone who shared this video with you guys. Get yourself locked in, you know, and I'm going to tell you one. You know what? A lot of people concentrate on money. I'm going to tell you this. Concentrate on people and helping bless people. And the money will come as a result of you concentrating on creating those valuable relationships. Fred, I'm gonna let you close this out.
Hey man, you know what you just said, I couldn't have said it better myself. It's true. When you take yourself out of the picture, you remove your selfishness out of the way and just decide that you're gonna do something to help somebody else. You know, when you decide that it's not about what you get, but it's what you give that matters. At the end of the day, great things happen to you. And that's why we are excited about what's going on with Waszupp crowdfunding. You know, we partnered with 2 other guys in Waszupp crowdfunding, and now we have 4 global directors, and we all are moving toward creating something, a company, a gift that no one else has ever been able to do before. And guys, I'm telling you, if you want to be a part of that, very simple. Get in touch with the person that invited you to listen to this video. Tell them you're ready to get going. They can tell you what to do from there. Just get in play, get in the game, get off the bench, and we can make it happen together.
All right, so guys, this is Earl Dixon, and nobody else around this world love you. Guess what? I do. And I tell you what, I want to say this, because look, just like this, that Nike swoosh, everywhere you see that swoosh, guys, we're going to have people out of 175 countries around the world saying, "What's up?
What's up?"
All right, man. I'll talk to you very soon. Get with the people that share this with you guys, and we'll see you at the top. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Screen share, start recording.